Hey, I want to stop and just think about all of you guys in California that just got hit by that storm. One of my buddies lives in Oak Glen, said they had to evacuate and just got crazy muddy and water everywhere. And so I know that I sometimes get on California's case, but definitely the people, if you can say a prayer for those that got affected by all of that rain. I know Palm Springs, where we used to live, just got really hit hard. Neighborhoods, just mud everywhere. Things buried under water and mud. It's just crazy to think about because so much rain fell in just a short period of time. We used to live about 40 minutes away from Forest Falls, and they seem to always get hit by these crazy summer storms and rock slides and mudslides. And so it's just one of those things where you think about, you come from California and move anywhere, and you can always just think about your friends and family that are affected by, a lot of things, but especially weather. And so definitely thinking about you guys in California, hoping everything is okay. Yourselves, your family, your property. And just know that we're thinking and praying for you guys. Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Mitch from Wheeling, Tennessee. In today's video, I'm going to start it off by saying something that I've said before on how quickly here in East Tennessee at least, you can be like in the middle of malls and streets and city and then be in the countryside like really super quick. Like when we were going to be moving here to East Tennessee, my son was like, man, are we going to be like in the middle of nowhere and then like no internet and everything like that? He thought we were going to be like in the middle of just nothing, farmland. And that's why he had like some hesitancy coming out here. But I just have learned how quick you can go in, at least here in Maryville, from cities, malls, restaurants, and be in like this countryside like super quick. And that's just the beauty of being out here, is just rivers, lakes, mountains, forests. And then if you need something in the city, you can just get there really quick. So today's video, I just want to show you just a little drive that I took, showing you how fast I can get from like the Tyson-McGee Airport, which, is going to be in the middle of definite city, and how quick you can be in the middle of countryside. So here's what I'm talking about, guys. Like right now, I'm ready to pass the Tyson-McGee Airport, and they don't put airports in the middle of nowhere. So there's buildings, there's restaurants, there's hotels all around this area. But look how quickly I can go from here and see beautiful farmland that looks like we're a million miles away from anything like this. So if you want to, you can look at the timestamp and see how long it takes me. Right now I'm going to go pick up my daughter from work, but you can time this and see how far I can get from here to just beautiful farmland where it looks like it's out of, the country. Kansas, Kentucky, Oklahoma, where you're like, hey, I should see a tractor pretty soon. So we're still relatively, still in the city. We're in the city of Alcoa. Beautiful city. It's our neighbor to the north end, partly to the east of Maryville. I love all the trees here in Tennessee. It's just, they're so green. They're just so everywhere. That's the one thing, and I got to be careful when I say this because, pretty soon you start to see trees get cut down to put up, a strip mall or something like that. But it just felt like every inch of California was taken up by houses and strip malls and businesses where you just didn't see natural things anymore. You had to drive far to see forests and rivers, and that just out here I can drive a matter of minutes and see rivers and forests and wild animals. It's just cool. So there's this street that's really weird that my daughter works for a business where on the very first day, you know, she thought the directions were wrong. Like, how can it be down this road? And just look off to the side here. Look at that view of the Smokies. But it just felt like the place she worked at just popped out of nowhere. Like, we're going down this country road, and then at the end of the road, there it is. So, oh, I love these trees right here that just hang over the road. Gorgeous. In the fall, that's going to be amazing. But already I'm starting to see just acres of grass and trees and a place where somebody can have a farm. This is the part I really like. At the right time of the day, in the morning, this is really nice. Hey, this is still pretty good. Through those trees, you can see the Smokies. I don't know if you can see it. It's off there in the distance. So let's turn right here. So this house right here, man, just has so much land right on there in the corner. When I get down this road, I'm going to show you just how wide open everything is. I don't think I want to stop because I don't want anybody to hit me, but look at that. Look at those hay bales. Just acres and acres. And then we keep driving. Need to watch what I'm doing. Almost drove off the road here. Some more hay bales. Acres and acres of land. Now do you see what I mean by you can go from city to country pretty quick? Let me look out this direction. Look at all those trees, forests. And remember, I was just passing the airport. You guys saw it, right? And then all of a sudden pops up a business with a lot of employees. Okay, so this is more of an update, not necessarily an observation, but I guess you can call it both. I mowed my lawn, and I got to the point where I'm counting days to see how long does it take to get to the point where it was right before I mowed it. And it is August 23rd right now, at the filming of this video. And right now it's about 5 days. And I'm like, oy. And if it was like this all year long, I definitely would be getting that riding lawnmower. But at this point, we just know that when the fall comes and winter comes, it's not going to be like that. And so, we're still plugging away. And I've talked to some local folks, and it's just interesting. They're like, yeah, we still use a push mower. And they're like, how else would we get our exercise? And I'm like, you're right. I probably wouldn't be getting a lot of exercise if not for pushing that mower up our big old hills and all of our yard. And so, you think about it and you're like, I could spend a lot of money, get this riding lawnmower, but that's a lot of money and I wouldn't be getting my exercise. And, you're going to say, but you're losing all those hours of, I could be doing other things with my life. And you're right. And so that's the tug of war right now is money, lots of money spent, no exercise compared to, keeping your money and getting all that exercise. And I don't know, it's a tough situation, isn't it? But it's just interesting that it goes from, you know, in the fall or winter, you're just going long stretches without mowing to now every 5 days. Okay, so I've been doing a ton of mowing, as you guys know, but then the other day I came across some ant hills where, you know, it's starting to get raised, and I'm like, oh man. And so you guys have seen my video before where I'm like bugging them. I know I shouldn't be bugging them, but I'm trying to figure out, okay, how do I get rid of these things? So I met my buddy or neighbor Chris, and he gave me some of these granules to just kind of sprinkle, you know, on top of their hill here. And so hopefully they're going to be taking it and basically feeding their colony and dying. Because, you know, when I'm trying to mow, I can't be mowing over these ant hills, and they're just really not good looking anyway. And so as of right now, it seems like it's doing the trick. So take a look. Okay guys, we've had ants making hills all over our yard. I mean, there was one over there, and I guess they traveled over here. And my new neighbor Chris told me about these granules you just put right here where they come out, and they should basically take it back in and die. And so we'll see how this stuff handles this particular one. Let's come over here. Originally they were over here, and I'll check back in maybe in a week just to see how things are going. But we were just noticing how big, like you can't tell right now, but this was getting pretty raised, and you could tell that the ants were coming over here, and plus all the dirt. And yeah, you got to take care of these dudes, or else this thing is just gonna take over the yard. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, before Chris and I had put those granules on here, this was a very busy ant hill. Like if I did this, just a ton would come out. Trying to see if there's any activity in here. I just want to make sure this thing works. I mean, before, when I would mow over this, there would be just tons. Okay, I see some over here, but they were swarming before, like just everywhere. And so these granules look like they're doing a pretty good job. Like if I put this stick in there, there would just be a ton on the stick, and looks like it did the trick. Don't see any ants on here. Okay, chalk one up for the granules and not having to do anything crazy. Okay, this is totally hilarious. I was driving to pick my daughter up from work, and I just saw something. I saw some guy hauling something that I just was like, wait, am I actually seeing what I'm seeing? Okay guys, you know you live in Tennessee when somebody is hauling a little John Deere. I don't know what that is. It's obviously for a kid, but a John Deere riding tractor, lawnmower, something. That's hilarious. People out here take their John Deere very seriously. Look at that. They could have thrown that in the back of their truck, but decided to put this, secure this down on the flatbed. I love it. Only in Tennessee. Look guys, there's another orange car, I think. It may be more rust colored. Alright everybody, I'm going to take you through a part of Maryville. I don't think I've taken you on a little drive. When we first got here to Maryville, it was kind of weird. We call it the pretzel because like the roads go like everywhere. What do you think? Is this an orange car? It looks orange to me. But yeah, this is where the roads just kind of intermix, and it, you know, you can end up going in every direction. It took me quite a while to figure out where all the roads go, but I think I am an expert now. And so I'm just going to take you on a little drive through that. And then for those of you that want to figure out, hey, are there any new developments? I'm going to drive past one that I've been seeing cropping up here. So let's make this turn here. We are going to be passing the best fast food I think we have here in Maryville is Culver's. I don't think you're going to actually be able to see it. You might be able to see it. It'll be right up here. Oh, that's right. This car wash just came up, so it's going to probably block your view. It's going to be on the other side of this car wash, and we're about ready to hit the pretzel. It can send you in so many different directions. It can send you down the 129 if you're headed to Alcoa or the airport. It can continue going in the same direction towards, let's see, why would you want to be going that direction? Oh, it could take you to the mall. If you want to go to the mall or the movie theaters, you can continue to go straight. So Culver's is right behind this car wash here. You might be able to see it momentarily. Yeah, it's right up there. Culver's. So good food. Anyway, we're about ready to hit the pretzel here. So you can see the 129 splits. Crazy, right? So again, if you make a right here, that'll take you to the airport. It'll take you to Walmart. And if you continue to go straight, it'll take you to the mall. It'll take you to South Maryville. But I am going to be going right. And trust me, this was so confusing when we first got here. Hey, there's the new Chipotle that we got. Yeah, I know. I talk a lot about food. But we were excited. We like Chipotle. Alright, so as we make this turn, a lot of new things are coming up here. Very busy part of town. If you make a right up here, that'll take you to Chick-fil-A, Walmart, Lowe's. We like Lowe's. We like actually Lowe's better than Home Depot. You can hit me up in the comments if you agree about that. But here's like a lot of the apartment complexes over here to the right. Sorry, all these trees are probably blocking your view. But coming up here are some new housing coming up, and they're massive. It's really hard to tell if these are single family homes or what, because they're huge. And I don't even know the name of them yet, but there they go. Look at the size of these things. Oh, they might be more condo or apartment homes. It says new homes, but you know, that can mean a lot of things. But they're massive. So I'm guessing they must be apartment homes or condos. So yeah, that's something new popping up here. And you can easily see how quickly it goes from city to very country type atmosphere once we pass right over here. I mean, look how fast we get into all these dense trees. And up here you're gonna see, well, we'll see if the cows are out today. And usually in this field up here, there's just tons of cows. Let me turn it this way here. But look at that, you know, just beautiful countryside here. Just right outside a lot of that busy business areas. What's really been cool this summer, you know, I don't know, it's close to the fall, as opposed to last summer, is I've been seeing a lot of fog. And what's really cool is when that fog goes into like countryside, it just hangs out right there. It's so picturesque. Take a look at this. Alright guys, I just love to see fog in the morning like that. Check that out. That is just so cool. And it's just pockets of fog too. Especially over farmland, and I don't know, just cool. Alright guys, I want to thank you guys so much. Every week you guys are just so faithful tuning in and catching my videos. I appreciate all of you. I try to comment to your comments as much as I can, and just appreciate you guys. If you love what I'm bringing to you guys, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next week in my next video.